Hello, I am offering an Aurora 430 by Bernina. Of course, it was made in Switzerland, and this machine is its 75th anniversary. And what's amazing is I did go into the hours on this machine. You have to go into a service mode. I had to find a person who actually had this model and showed me how to do it. So it's only been on 108 hours of its life. Standby was 98 hours, and sewing total working hours is 10. Sewing hours was 0, so it hasn't even hit 1 hour yet. Embroidery was 9 hours, and BSR 0. So this machine is like literally brand new. And it is in pretty much mint condition. There are a few, like this did get a little yellowed, but you can always replace that. And you can see it is in good condition. This is a little accessory tray that fits in the, oops, I've got it backwards. It fits in the base of the embroidery unit. So you can see that. I am running it as an embroidery unit right at the moment. This is the embroidery card that shows, well, the stitch card that shows all the stitches that this machine does. So there's 80 different designs there, and then you flip it over and it goes to 150 designs, and that's not including the fonts. So there's quite a bit built into the machine, but it is also an embroidery unit. And so what I did was, because this machine is no longer being manufactured, and the software that came with it is also no longer supported, I was able to go onto the Bernina site, and so I'll make a CD of the applications. It's free, and it's called the Bernina Embroidery Software Art Link. And so it's really just a basic software where you can pull in a file, you can save it as an art file, and then you can transfer it to the machine. Now I have this, you see, because I've paused it on the machine while it was sewing, it's now telling me in the computer, push that button and it will resume. So I'm going to go ahead and push the button, and you can see it here too. This is the on-off button, little diagram. See, it looks just like the on-off button. And so I just push it a couple of times, or hold it down a little bit, and now it's going to start stitching. I did a cat file, and so I'm stitching it out now. And it does a nice large hoop. This is a 145 millimeter by 255. And so I wanted to show you how nice and bright the LED is. And what this is showing right here, this is saying the embroidery module is connected. And it's saying what foot. I've got the number 26 foot. I do have an embroidery needle in here. So if you're going to do embroidery, you need to use an embroidery needle, not a general purpose needle. So it's first did the underlayment, and now it's doing the actual stitching. And I do have some tearaway stabilizer. And this is just a nice cotton. It's a Waverly cotton that I got at Walmart. And so I'm doing this gray cat because I just got a new gray kitten. Just sounds wonderful. But like I said, this machine is like new. The only thing I'm not going to include is this USB connector, because this is for my other sewing machine. So you will need to buy a USB connector, because that's the only thing that is missing on this machine. I'm going to go ahead and stop it. This is 5 minutes. Gives you a good idea. I'll pause it, and then when I change the thread, I'll start it up again. Now what's interesting, I thought I would come back, is this is a very textured fill. This is a pattern that I've never done before, design, and I ended up needing to increase the tension because there were some loops coming up, which is fine, especially when it's a cat. But you know, it's something that when you start doing embroidery, you may want to try an untried design out first and see how it comes out, and see what adjustments you need to make so that it looks better. Okay, looks like I'm going to be changing thread. You can see here it's telling me change thread. Neat little what I was saying is it has very neat graphics. You can see I'm doing a little bit darker shading of gray, and I use a big spool. Sometimes I have big spools, and so I do it on a cone holder, as you can see. So this is just a shading. It's 3 colors of different grays for this gray cat, and then golden eyes. Well, I hope you enjoyed my video. Thanks. Bye.